Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss MGC, and today we're going to have the pointers using C language. Okay, so of course we're going to declare first our variable. So in this case, I'm going to declare variable Q, wherein the value of Q is equals to 50. So if we want to display the value of this, we will just use the printf command. So in this case, if I'm going to run this one, okay, so let's try to run this one. Okay, so as you notice, I have here the value of variable Q. Okay, now if I'm going to have here another command, so wherein I'm going to have here, okay, so based on our discussion last time, okay, I told you that in the operators, we are using two types of operators. We have the asterisk, okay, which denotes or displays the value of a specific variable in a specific address, while the ampersand shows the address of a specific variable. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to add here ampersand symbol. So I want you to look what will happen here. Okay, so I have here the value of variable Q is 50 and the value of variable Q is 6487580. Okay, now if I'm going to add another variable, so let me have here R is equals to 100, and then I'm going to copy this one. So let me here. This is the value of R. And another one here. This time, this is the value, or this is the output for variable R. Okay. So I'm going to change this one. Okay. I want you to look at this. Okay. If we're going to look at the values here. So I have here variable Q is 50. Okay, and value of variable R is 100. Okay, now if we're going to look at the addresses of each variable, so variable Q is at 6487580, while the other variable is at 6487576. If you will look at the difference of these two variables, the difference is 4. So it's 4 bytes because each these two variables have the data type integer. So, ang difference niya from the address is 4. Okay? So, now, let's have another example. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a different set of variables. So, for example, I will use variable name, and then I'll assign 10 characters for this, and now I'm going to get the value of this. So let me try to get the value of this. So the value of variable name is, so since this is declared as character, okay, so let's check what would be the value of this. Even though this is declared as character, but then we want to display the address of this. Okay, so we will use here %d or %i. Okay, so we'll have here ampersand name. So again, even though this is declared as character, but since we are getting the address of this, we have to declare %d. Okay, so let's try. So if you will look at this one, this is 6487552. Okay, so this is the value of the variable. Okay, next one. Okay, so let's try to change the value of this. So try natin %c. So see what will happen. Okay, so as you notice, there is no value or there is no output because we are getting the address of this variable and yet we declared %c. So we have to use %i or %t. Okay, I'll try to use %i. Okay, so you have the same value. Okay, now if we're going to use this format specifier %x, okay, this will give you the hexadecimal value of the memory address of variable name. Okay, so that is the difference between %t, %i, and of course we have the %x. Okay, another thing that we could apply here is that, okay, so let me remove this, or let me change the variables here. So here we're going to assign another variable. Okay, so for example, I have variable q, so let's have variable q lang. Okay, and then so we will get the address. So the address of variable q is %. Okay, so we have &q, so we have that one, and then we have let's have the value. So the address of variable q, this is q. Okay, and the last one, okay, this time we're going to have the value of variable q is, so I'll have here %d again, but this time I will have here &q, and then I will enclose it in a parenthesis, another set of parentheses, wherein I have here asterisk outside. Okay, so if you notice, I have here the address followed by the asterisk symbol. So we all know that the asterisk symbol is referring to the address at operator, while this one is the this one is the value, and then this one is the address. Okay, so let's try to run this one. Okay, so you will notice here I have here variable q at 648750. So the first value here, it's 50, and this time, so we will get from this operator, what we have here is that based on the address of this variable, what is the value of that? So that's the meaning of this operator. So the answer is still 50. Okay, so next, okay, so we'll have another example. So we'll have here int, and then I'm going to declare asterisk ptr. So if you notice here, I added another variable, but this time this is a pointer variable. How did you know that this is a pointer variable? Because of the asterisk. Okay, so let's try to apply this operation. So we have ptr is equals to the address of q. Okay, so we have here ptr, or pointer variable, or ptr variable, is equals to the address of variable q. So since they have the same address, it means that they have the same value. Okay, so we'll try to check this one first. So let's get the address of ptr. Okay, so what I did is to get the address of these two variables. Okay, so if you notice, they have different address. So one is 6487.568, and the other one is 6487.580. Okay, now what we're going to do now is to apply this operation. Okay, so meaning the value of ptr is equals to the address of q. So let's check here. So let's check. Okay, so initially I don't have the value for ptr, that's why you have here 0. Okay, so now let's try to apply this one. Okay, so if you will notice, here, by adding this one, remember in our example earlier, this one, in my example kanina, okay, &q, meaning we are getting the address of that variable. So the value of ptr is the same as the address of this. Here, what we have, if you will look at the code for this, Okay, since we're getting here, or we display the asterisk symbol, so we get the address of the PTR. They have the same address na. Pareho na sila ng address ni variable Q and variable PTR. So because the value of PTR is equals to the address of Q. Let us proceed now. Okay. If you noticed here, kinapi lang natin yung address ni Q. That's the value of PTR. So that's what we did. So yung address ni Q, kinapi lang. But still, the memory address of that is the same. Okay? So yung value lang yung kinapi natin. Okay, the value of the variable. If we're going to have the address of this, okay, let me show again the address. Okay. So, the same pa rin naman sila. They have the same address here. Okay? So, what we're copying is just the value of that address. Okay. So, this time we're going to have another set of example. So, what if we're going to use our, conditional looping statement. So, let's try to have a looping statement. Okay, wherein we will add the address of each element. So, this time we're going to display the value. So, we have here. Okay. So, we'll try to look at this one. Okay, I think we're good. Yan. Okay. So, basically, what we are doing is we input the value of each element, or we input element values, or we display the elements. Okay, here, I don't have the values of my elements, and then I did not input values also. Okay, but then, what I did is so I have here %x, so meaning this is the address. And then I have here %i. So, in %i, para lang mag-move siya from 0 to 3. So, because we have 4 elements here. And then is equals to %i. %i is referring to the address of each element. So, that's why I have here 6487552. Okay, 6487556. If you will look at the difference of this, since they are all declared as integer, ang difference nila ay by 4. Okay? So, 4 yung kanilang difference. Okay. Tapos dito, we have your address of array X. So, initially, ang base or the initial value of your array is at 6487552. So, dito siya nag-start. Okay. So, that's the initial value. And then, every time you add elements, that's time it will jump by 4. Because we declare this one as integer, then we all know that we have a gap or interval of 4 bytes. Okay, so now let's proceed with another example. Okay, so let's try to assign now values for our array. So for example, we'll have here, okay, and then of course I will have variable I, and of course I'll have %PTR max. Okay. So, we can assign a max value here. So, we have a constant variable declared as integer wherein the value of max is equals to 3. Okay, so we declared our constant variable. Okay, and then of course, I'm going to use a looping. So, here instead of 4, I'll use the value of max, which is equivalent to 3. Okay, then initialize the value. Okay, so this time we'll have, so, kung ano daw yung address ng bawat elements of your array, that would be the value of your PTR indexed I. Kasi if you will notice here, I assign here another pointer variable pero naka-array. This is an ordinary array. This is a pointer array. So, we have here, okay, after we assign this one, so the next thing to do, have now another variable, another looping rather. Okay, so this time we're going to have printf. Okay, so let's look at this one. Let's try. Okay, and then one more close curly brace for that. Okay, so if you will look at this one, so let's analyze. So we have here, so we have the initial value. So every time, okay, we assign here the value of, so we have here the value of PTR. So dinisplay lang natin. So yung address of each element, pinalo lang natin sa address nito. Okay, now if we're going to have the address of this, so let's try to display printf, try to display this one. Yeah. Okay, so if you will look at this one, at first, ang dinisplay muna natin, so at first, what we did is to display the value of this. So we display the value of x. Okay, dinisplay muna natin yung value ng x. If you notice, the value of PTR, wala siyang dinisplay. Okay, why? Kasi we did not assign yet that the address of variable x or array x is equals to the PTR array. Okay, so if we're going to have this one, we'll now have the pointer variable. Okay? So in this case, they have the same value. So we'll try to have this one. We'll try to have the address. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, okay, these are the address of your variable. And at the same time, yung address daw nito, pareho dito. Whatever is the address of this, that would be the value of your array. So this time, what we're going to do is to display the value plus the address. And then I'm going to assign a pointer variable wherein the value of pointer variable is equals to the value of x. Para same sila. Okay. And then, of course, I'll be using, okay, the variable max pa rin. So for the looping. Okay. And then, I'm going to have, okay, and then, so I want you to look at this one. Okay, and then we have PTR++. We'll increment the value of our, okay, let me remove this. Okay, so if you will look at my example, so yung address at index 0, since we start with index 0, 6487552, and the value of that is 10. So susunod, we have 6487556, the value is 100. 6487560, the value is 200. So meaning, the value of this one, yung PTR, is referring to the address. Okay. So originally, whatever is the value of this, if you will look at this one, so naka-indicate po dito ang value daw ni x. So x is an array. Okay, so yung value daw niya is equals to the value of PTR. Okay, so whatever is the value. Now, pagdating dito, kukunin natin yung address nila. So we have here PTR. Okay, so we have here the PTR. That's the value of %i. Tapos yung pangalawa, the value of x. Okay, so ang kinuha naman natin dito is asterisk PTR. Asterisk PTR referring to the value of each variable. So this is another way to get the address of the variable. Next, we'll proceed with, okay, another example. So we'll try to have this one, okay, as the value of our array names. Okay, so we'll try to run. So as you notice, this is another way to display a value, elements or string for your using array by adding a pointer, okay, operator here. Okay, so this is now the values of your elements or the values of your array.
Thank you for watching my channel. So I hope you've learned a lot. So please click like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Bye-bye!